Hi, I'm Meredith with Marvelous Health and Wellness, and I'm here to empower and educate women that there is a better way, a safer way, a more sustainable way to achieve health. Come along with me. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am super excited that you have decided to join me over here. Some of you are very familiar with me over at Marvelous Health and Wellness podcast, which I will link down below for you to check out. You've probably seen me on Facebook doing a number of makeup and beauty tutorials and sometimes just sharing everything related to health and wellness, because really that's where my heart sits, is in the health and wellness space. And the more time I sit in the health and wellness space, the more I realize how much our mindset really plays the largest role in our health, in our whole body health, and what makes us feel really, really well. I was listening to a podcast by some wonderful women that I follow in the health and wellness space, and they had a lady on about financial wellness. And I remember thinking, whoa, like that's a really important topic that people don't talk about. And as I listened to her and I started taking in some of the things that I had learned through the years, I realized that was something that was really missing in my life and my family's life, was this concept of financial health. So I decided to take the bull by the horns about December of 2018. It was right before my husband was leaving for a training for 3 months. And I remember thinking, now is the time. Now is the best time to get everything in order, because if I can't do it when he's gone, then I'm not going to be able to do it and implement this when we are all together. So I kind of want to back up a whole lot here and give you a little bit more background on how we came to this place of debt and why I feel like it's so important in your financial health. Why I feel like it's so important to be financially healthy, and why it is such an important part of wellness. So if I go back a whole bunch of years, I always heard this phrase, you need to save for a rainy day, but I never really knew what that meant. And when my husband and I got married and we combined our finances, we just kind of lived life. We paid off all of our credit cards when they came due. We were fortunate not to have any student loans. We did have a car payment. And then, like with many of us, life happens. And the next thing you know, you are swimming in debt and not really sure how you got there, nor are you really sure how to dig yourself out. So I had done, as I always do, I did a little bit of research and I started implementing things here and implementing things there, but nothing really stuck until my husband and I took Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University, and we took that through our church, I believe way back in 2012. It wasn't the first time that I'd heard of Dave Ramsey. In fact, we'd started implementing a few of his things, like an emergency fund and some sinking funds, but we weren't really adhering to the program. We were not really doing the baby steps, and I will link down below his Financial Peace University and what the baby steps are, because you're gonna hear me talk a lot about them, not just right now, but in future videos as well. So we had taken Financial Peace University and we implemented a few things that really helped propel us forward, but we were still in this cycle of earn, spend, go into debt, earn, spend, go into debt. And it wasn't until, like I said, right before my husband went away, where I thought, you know what? We've really got to get our act together. Our kids are older. They're the two oldest are teens, and we have a younger one. They're going to be driving soon. They're going to be going off to college soon, and we really don't have a solid plan for them. If anything, we were behind the 8 ball so far. I wasn't really sure what we were going to do, but it was a conversation that we needed to start having, not just my husband and I, but also with our family as a whole, because I didn't want my kids to grow up and leave the house the same way that my husband and I did, really not knowing or understanding how money worked and how to make it work for you. So I did more research. I went back and I took Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. I've actually taken it 3 times, and every time I walk away from it, I I learned something new every single time. And this last time I took it, when I was going online and really looking for more motivation, I was looking for other people that were doing it, not just me. And thank goodness that the internet and social media is such a wonderful place. There is this whole debt-free community. Just follow the hashtag debt-free community. And I was amazed just to see all of the people that were in the same boat that I was, that were doing their best to essentially claw their way out through small changes. And that really resonated with me, and my whole philosophy that small sustainable changes over a period of time will yield epic results. And I knew that our finances were going to be no different than anything else with implementing those small things. So that's kind of where we're at, what brought us to this place. And in this next series of videos, what you're going to see is you're going to see how exactly did I start? How did I take this hot mess that we had with all of these numbers of debt and bills and our income, and how did I make that fit our lifestyle? How did I work towards cash flowing a vacation? How did we work towards a kitchen remodel? We are not out of debt. It's not going to be anytime soon. It'll be a couple years. But what we do have this time is we have a plan, and that plan has given me a solid feeling of security, which is something that I was really missing before. Dave Ramsey talks about this gland that people have, and he calls it the security gland. And that when you don't feel secure, when you don't feel like your children are taken care of, your home is taken care of, that you can feed and clothe your family and provide for their future as well as your own, that this fight or flight starts to take place, and you just really start to ramp up the anxiety, and it boils over into every other area of the home. And living through that, I know that it's true. In fact, they say that money is one of the leading causes of divorce, is people just not working together and understanding and being able to communicate through their finances. And that really resonated with me, especially in the health and wellness space, because I could feel my own anxiety and my own tension rising, and arguments that it was caused, and that was the only thing I could focus on was all of these negative numbers. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for my children. So I am looking forward to sharing with you exactly what our family has been doing, and how we have created a plan, and how it's taken us almost a whole year at this point to be able to get our feet on solid ground, where we feel like we are starting that uphill climb with the best equipment necessary. Now, a lot of you follow me over on Facebook. You know me with the podcast with Marvelous Health and Wellness. You may also follow me over on Instagram in there, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I share more about the day-to-day parts of our finances on Instagram with the handle Working the Numbers. I felt like for years that I was constantly working the numbers, trying to make things fit, trying to make our paycheck fit into these little bills and gaps and debt and all this stuff, and it never really worked out, but I was constantly working the numbers. So I would be honored if you would follow me over on Instagram with the handle @WorkingTheNumbers. It will give you a more in-depth view of what our finances look like, what paydays look like, how we go ahead and take care of our bills and sinking funds and cash envelopes. And I will go ahead and explain what some of those are in future videos. So if you have ever felt that rising panic or the anxiety or feeling insecure about your car loans, your student loans, credit card debt, medical bills, just paying for day-to-day life, in addition to your mortgage, then I have a feeling that this is really going to help you out. And that's the whole idea of doing these series of videos, is being able to help you feel more secure and understand your finances a little bit better. You may just find that the debt-free community is the community that you have been looking for to help secure that little part of your life. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so that you'll be notified when new videos come in. If you know of anyone that would benefit from this series on financial health and wellness, I would be honored if you would share that with them. Don't forget to comment below, and I will see you next time.